दिखाती है मुझे ब्राइट साइड. शी इज नेचर और मैं हूँ her finest creation. Nature's finest by Mia.
Hey, what we have is more than just a feeling. It's what we believe in. Now that you've changed, will you be the same? 'Cause you're way ahead now. Oh, 'cause you're way ahead now. You and we, you've been the energy. You make me complete. Will you remember me? 'Cause you're way ahead now. 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 You always lit the path. You showed us the way. Forever in my heart, I think you're gonna stay. You took me up when I was down, but now you're not around. 'Cause you're way ahead now. Yeah. Memories are like movie scenes. They're evidence of where we've been. Like a warm embrace on a winter's day. They'll be our saving grace. Cause you're way ahead now. Cause you're way ahead now. Oh.
Well, indicates the changing trends at Tata Crucible, I reckon. We've got three gentlemen on my right, three ladies on my left. Can we have a round of applause for them? Fantastic. All right, battle on here today at the Karnataka final. And the rules of the game are simple. We will play 25 questions, all on the buzzer. 2 attempts allowed on each of them. 20, the value of a right answer. It's 20 years of Tata Crucible. And 2 attempts with the same value, plus 20, minus 20. If you get it wrong, you can't attempt on the second attempt on the question, so it will be open to the remaining 5 contestants. From here, one among the 6 of you will move in as our second semi-finalist to join Jayakanthan from Tamil Nadu. So here we are today with 6 Karnataka finalists, and can we have a round of applause for all the 6 of them? All questions will appear on the screen till we get to the final burst with BB Now. And even before we get there, it is my privilege to actually appreciate the support that we receive from all those who are supporting our initiative at Tata Crucible. Tata Nexon, I personally drive one, so I can tell you that's a sublime experience. Tata Play Binge, which supports our buzzer, the Binge buzzer. Mia, which of course Rashmi proudly sports every time she is on stage. And BB Now, Big Basket, which is supporting us through this journey as we celebrate knowledge and celebrate knowledge for 2 decades through Tata Crucible. Absolutely a wonderful movement as we get started. And to all of you who are watching this, do share your photographs on Instagram, tag us to Tata_Crucible. And of course, if you are very good with social media, then keep an eye on the new AR filter on Instagram, and you could win a prize if you participate and try the filter. The contest, of course, could get you to the national final as a viewer of the national final. So that's a big prize waiting for you as we get to identify who we're going to take from Karnataka into that national semi-final. All hands on the buzzer, all eyes on the screen as we get started with the first frontier of our game here today. Time to think. Here it is. Three aspects that we have worked on that is a requirement in the modern world. You got to think, you got to collaborate, you got to be willing to lead. So you got to take your own initiatives and go forward as we move in this quiz. But for now, let's see how they think. 10 questions in each of the first 2 modules and 5 on the final frontier. If you're ready, question 1, hands on the buzzer. Question on your screen now. This is a US Samyukta.
Well, I'll say Toastmasters International.
Toastmasters International. She's off in a flash as Samyukta. She gets herself the first 20. Did not require me to identify Ralph Smedley. The Toastmasters have been doing a wonderful job with corporations across the world, especially to improve communication skills, confidence, personality in a sense. Superbly cracked by her. She was really, really fast at that. Question number 2 on your screen. Here we go. Founded in 1945, was first sold as a supplement along with the French newspaper France Soir. It later became a fantastic standalone magazine. Helene Lazareff, the lady behind the idea. Which famous magazine, meant to have been for women, often most women's magazines are read by men. It's true, she's giving it a shot, maybe a half chance.
The only French name that I can think of for women is...
Got to be a little louder.
Yeah, maybe Elle as magazine, because that's the only women's magazine and the French connection.
Elle is your guess. He's got that absolutely right. Oh, good one! Elle as in E-double-L-E. It's a palindrome of a name, and she's got that absolutely right. Good half chance to back herself on. Question number 3. Here we go. On your screen. This is a non-governmental international organization. Their objective is to foster closer cooperation between Japan, Western Europe, and North America. It was founded by David Rockefeller. Identify this important commission. Tough ones. Anybody in the audience? No one on stage. Oh, you got one hand going up. Yes. Or the trilateral. Put your hands together. Well done. He'll win himself another prize here. That's a good one. Setu Madhavan there in the audience. And as we go to the next question, question number 4, eyes on screen. Here we go. This is the town pharmacy in Westlock. Typically, you'll find this some kilometers from Heidelberg. In 1888, in a early winter August month, something happened here. A solvent was sold. It ended up becoming the world's first, in a sense, for what? A young lady went there and asked for a solvent. What first in the world would this place be? He's giving it a shot. It's Theo. Go ahead.
This is the first car ride. So I think...
so, solvent?
Martha Benz, I think Carl Benz's wife went and took her first car ride to get solvent. That's my story.
Your story is, it's Martha or Bertha Benz, and she went around
For the first car ride.
So the first ever car ride. the more closer technical answer, but give it to you on that plus 20 because Bertha Benz would still be right for me. Technically, this becomes the first fueling station where a refueling happened. People still don't regard it as the first because she still reached there. So technically, she fueled before she fueled there. But as a first refueling station, nonetheless, the first ever car ride was a lady. The three ladies on stage will be proud of that. As we move to the next one, question number 5. Let's see how it moves from here. On to the next one on your screen now. Famous computer scientist, principally known for being the editor of the RFC, which is Request for Comment, the document series, for the SMTP protocol, which is the Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, also known for administering the INA, which is the Internet Assigned Numbers Authority, till the time of his passing. Who is this great computer scientist who never really bothered about the economic side of it, but phenomenal contributions to the way businesses are today run? Tough ones. Nobody from Karnataka on that. Anybody in the audience? All right. Oh, we got one hand going up. Yes? No. Tough one here. All right. The answer, Jean Postel, the great man behind the SMTP in some ways, and of course the INA or IANA. As we move to the next one, question number 6 on your screen now. McDonald's restaurants across the United States and in some other places served this drink between June 12th and July 9th of 2023, celebrating the 52nd birthday of this character. Someone's gone for it.
The character is Grimace from Sesame Street. Grimace.
And the celebration of the 52nd birthday. Put your hands together. A special drink created for a character by McDonald's. Will give a 20 to Theo. As we move to the next one. On your screen. Good answer there from him. Coming up now. This is a famous foundation. Not every child in Serbia has access to early childhood education. A gentleman and his wife, yes?
Okay, because it's Serbia, I'm guessing Novak Djokovic.
Novak Djokovic, the one name you would know from Serbia, and his wife, absolutely right. Oh, beautifully played. You got to think out of the box. Sometimes don't think on the routine founders, etc. We're looking at a completely new Tata Crucible in that sense, where we're appreciating people who really contribute to business, perhaps even through foundations. Good, brave answer gets him a 20. Question number 8 on your screen now. Nobel-winning Swedish economist, Asian drama. You know them, not easy to miss. If you don't know them, it's a tough one. Nobody? Audience. All right, right at the back. Gunnar Maidral, put your hands together for Anil Raghavan. Let me also use this opportunity to recognize him. He must be all 20 years of Tata Crucible, I think. Is that correct? That's a long service award at Tata Crucible. Put your hands together for him. But you know what? These are the ambassadors of Crucible. He's all the way from Kochi. He's here. He'll be on stage tomorrow. But lovely, lovely spirit. It's really nice to see them, continuously be part of this movement. Lovely, Anil. Nice to see you here. Really appreciate your passion. On to the next one. Hands on the buzzer. Here we go. It's a new restaurant called Chika Loka. This is somewhere in Greater Noida in the Delhi NCR region. Which celebrity would you associate to this new restaurant business? She's realized she's got to move on in life. Famous lady. I'll rephrase that. Well-known lady. Famous is a relative term. Nobody? Someone's gone for it. She's giving it a shot as Aditi.
Because of the hint you gave, I'm
Smooth
assuming.
the mic up a little bit, yeah?
Because of the hint you gave, I'm assuming not famous but infamous. So Sunny Leone.
One courageous lady and 3 honorable gentlemen. She's got it right. Put your hands together. Absolutely right. Sunny Leon. That truly is a courageous answer with Daddy in the audience.
You asked the question, but okay.
Here's the next one. Hands on the buzzer, but it gives her a 20, crucial one. Let me note that, okay. On screen, here's your question. It's a small boy who used to model, went on to become US Secretary of Commerce. Fabulous journey. From PepsiCo, modeling for them, to becoming US Secretary of State. That's solid journey. Tough one. Anybody? Into the audience. One hand right at the back. Yes. No. Good try. Colin Powell is a good try. Same. No. Yes. You win a free lunch at Delhi NCR. Yeah. Yes. All right. Nobody trying on that one. This is Ronald Brown or Ron Brown, who went on to become US Secretary for Commerce. Tough one, but model to a big position. We'll take a look at the scores here. Early days seems to be a tighter battle than one thought it would emerge as in terms of closeness. Here's why I make that comment. On 40 are 2 of them, Samyukta and Theo. On 20 are 2 of them, Ashwin and Aditi. So very evenly poised final as we go into the second half. It's time to collaborate. Here it is. Moving on to our second half of this battle here today. We'll take a look at where the contestants stand. I don't need it. We've got 2 of them on 40, 2 of them on 20, so the battle's going to be close as we move into the next frontier. Time for us to play on a few collaborations. Here it is. As we start with the first one, the scoring pattern remains the same, 20 apiece, 2 attempts allowed. The first collaboration will lead you to a term or a phrase on your screen now. Some are smarter than others. The credit of coining the term actually goes to a business editor named George Tabor. It was popularized in Philippines in this book. The term was used by Ong Pin in his writings and sometimes is credited to have coined it too. In a capitalistic world, what phrase are we talking about? None on the buzzer. Tough question at the Karnataka final. Anybody in the audience? Yes. Crony capitalism. Put your hands together for it. Oh, that's a good one. Finalist in the previous round? All right. It always happens in a quiz. When you know the answers, you're not on stage. That's life. Ask the best quizzers. They'll tell you. As we go to the next one, second one in this frontier on your screen, collaborative questions coming up. Here's the next one now. All of this will lead you to the creation of something that has never, ever failed in capturing the imagination of humankind, be it through school or through life. This is a book that tells the story of the creation of this handheld that is almost compulsory for school children. She's giving it a shot, Samyukta, at that stage. Go on. You're on the buzzer.
I'll say this is
Into the mic, please.
maybe
Yeah.
Injections and needles.
Oh, a -20 on that effort by her. All right. Anybody else? I said almost compulsory for school children. She really went adrift on that. Nobody? All right, you got a lot of hands going in the audience. Someone who's not answered. Right at the back. Yeah, the blue is it? Yeah. Kindle. Oops, look at the people there. No, not you guys. You're winning enough prizes. I'll give him a chance, yes. Oh, no. The t-shirt, striped t-shirt. The Oxford English Dictionary. Well, what a miss in a final like this. The Oxford English Dictionary turns out to be a tough collaboration. As we move to the next one, none of them cracking that. Let's see what happens on this. On your screens, the next collaboration coming up now. All of this will lead you to a Padma Vibhushan. She's giving it a shot.
I'll say this is the Infosys family, basically Narayan Murthy and Sudha Murthy.
Padma Vibhushan.
So this is basically the Infosys family. So there is an N. There is N and M in the elephant logo. Even Rohan Murthy has a similar logo. So basically it's the Infosys family, and I'll go with Dr. Narayan Murthy. N and M in the logo.
So your answer is Narayan Murthy. +20. +20. She did not want that negative. She was hovering around the family to try and be safe, but cleverly came down to the N and M in that logo, and she's got that absolutely right. The reason it would be only Narayan Murthy is actually the Hoover Medal. The Hoover Medal would not have anything to do with Sudha Murthy, so well played on that one. She's got that absolutely right. In fact, Mr. Narayan Murthy is on the board of the United Nations Foundation. She is, I think, an advisor now. I'm not very sure about it, but both of them have a role to play there, but he's on the board. Tough one, well cracked. As we go to the next one on your screen now. The Golden Arches as a theory. Thank you for being late. An important book. 3-time Pulitzer Prize winner. Could you think of a better person? The Golden Arches theory. Oh my God, I thought it would be simpler than it's turning out to be. Absolutely famous person, 3-time Pulitzer Prize. All right, nobody going for it. Let's move into the audience right in front. Is absolutely right. Thomas Friedman. In fact, Thomas Friedman has this interesting theory, which is called the Golden Arches theory, where he says, no two countries that both have a McDonald's have ever fought a war with each other. It's a very interesting theory. No two countries that have a McDonald's at each other have ever fought a war. We'll still need to look into it in the modern days. I don't know if the theory holds. Not sure. We'll do a research, but the Golden Arches conflict resolution theory actually propagates that. Turning out to be tougher than I thought it should be as we go to the next one on screen now. This would lead you.
This is overall is the WWE. So they changed their name because of WWF and TKO is their ticker symbol. So they recently got listed, and I think those are the founders, McMahon, the McMahon family.
Absolutely right. He's got that perfect. The Vince McMahon or the Vince McMahon family He's got that absolutely right to get himself a 20. And, well, we're round about midway through this quiz, just past midway. Is it possible to take a look at the scores just for my consumption? If it's possible. Thank you so much. Okay, here we are. Oh, 60 to 40. So Samyukta did take a negative, which I missed. All right, so she took a negative and then a positive. Okay, so she's on 40, two of them on 20, Theo on 60 with that answer on WWE. As we move into what would be question number 16. So a long way to go, 10 more to go on your screen now. This is economist Carl Gustav Kassel. He's a Swedish economist and a professor of economics famously at the Stockholm University. He gave a very important theory, which is a comparative index on how people buy. What is it that he gave the world? A concept. Carl Gustav Kassel. Simple economic theory, which helps us make very fair comparisons. Someone's giving it a shot. Ashwin on my right.
Because you said comparisons, purchasing power parity.
Oh,
PPP.
the PPP. Lovely answer. Give him a better applause. Oh, that's a good one. It takes him, I think, to 40. So he's bouncing back in this quiz. He's squaring up with Samyukta, and they are both trying to chase Theo. As we go to the next one on your screen now. Way back in 1867, a word came into origin which actually meant a lucky charm. It was popularized by a French composer called Edmond Audran, who wrote an opera on this name. Many companies in the world have one. What is this that you would find largely used for marketing purposes and identity creation?
I'll go with
Samyukta.
mascots as the concept. So mascots essentially means bringing charm and all of that. So that's
So a mascot can be a good charm. So your theory is La Mascotte was the play, and she's got that absolutely right. From an opera to the world that we live in, the answer is the mascot that many companies choose to have. Gets Samyukta now on par with Theo. The battle lines will start getting tense as we go to the next one on screen now. Considered the world's largest exchange.
This is Coinbase.
Minus 20. In a hurry, even before I could go for it, he just went for it in a hurry. Let me continue. Considered the world's largest exchange of its kind in terms of daily trading volumes. What are we looking at on screen? It's giving it a shot. Go ahead, Karan.
Is it Binance?
Is absolutely right. Oh, Binance will get him 20. Everyone's getting onto that scoreboard now. From the world of cryptocurrency exchanges in terms of trading volume. Well played on that. 2 questions remaining on this before we get to the final frontier. The penultimate one coming up on your screen now. These are anti-tank emplacements. Go ahead.
so just by they are called firewalls. So they are around and they safeguard it. So basically firewalls.
Named after Toblerone, or his nickname Tobler, because it's shaped like a Toblerone.
Oh. So your overall answer from this line from the World War days is Toblerone. And it's called the Toblerone line.
Yeah.
She gets a minus 20. Theo gets a plus 20. These are those tipping points, as one would call. As we go to the final question, the nerves will begin to play out here. Samyukta taking a risk. Did you know it's Switzerland? You didn't. Okay, if you knew it's Switzerland, you would have worked around it. Here's the final one. Hard luck for her. on the final one in this round on your screen now. Oh, sorry. On screen, here we go. It's an international not-for-profit health organization. It's based out of Berkeley in California. They're known for preventing and treating blindness and visual impairment across the world. Steve Jobs served as an early advisor and a major contributor to this foundation. A huge foundation in this world. Steve Jobs counts as one of their advisors in the past. Tough ones. Sets the stage for this year's Tata Crucible. Nobody on the buzzer. Anybody in the audience on this? Not easy at all. Yes. No, not the Helen Keller Foundation. Right at the back. No, not the, you mean the Arvind Eye? No, not the Arvind Eye Foundation. Yes? Lovely. Lovely. Seva is absolutely right. We'll take a look at the scores here with one final round to go at the Karnataka final. And I'm doing well on time, 8 minutes to go. Let's take a look at that leaderboard on Tata Plays Binge Buzzers. This is how the game has unfolded. Ashwin's on 40, Samyukta's on 40. So that's a runner-up battle that can unfold. On 60 is Theo, but that's because Samyukta took that negative and he took the positive. So that's tilted scales a bit. Karan and Aditi need one answer, and that's all they're going to tell themselves. Just get one answer, and then you're going to be in striking distance. As we move to the final frontier, one among these five, Deepthi not out of the game actually. She just needs to get 2 right out of the 5, and then she could be in striking distance. Life is tough for her, but she can try. For the others, trust me, the final is not far. As we move to the final frontier, time for them to lead the way. Here it is.
This picnic was a great idea.
Thank you.
Candlelight dinner of sandwiches.
पर ब्रेड बटर तो लिए नहीं. आज सेल डे नहीं है ना?
What? ब्रेड बटर खरीदने के लिए forget that Thursday sale. Big basket है, हर दिन सस्ता. Big savings, big basket.
Dumbest idea ever.
गुड मॉर्निंग बच्चों. आज हम पढ़ेंगे कि 4 गुणा 4 16 नहीं 149 होते हैं.
कैसे सर?
अरे बताता हूँ. सबसे पहले तो टाटा प्ले बिंज ऐप डाउनलोड करो.
ओके सर.
यहाँ मिलेंगे 29 OTT ऐप्स. उनमें से डिज्नी प्लस हॉटस्टार और Z5 जैसे अपनी पसंद के कोई भी 4 ऐप सिलेक्ट करो.
बढ़िया सर.
और इन चारों ऐप्स का सारा कंटेंट देखो एक ही बिंज ऐप पर.
वाओ सर.
और चाहो तो 4 अलग अलग स्क्रीन पर भी देख लो. और ये सब मिलेगा सिर्फ 149 रुपीज पर मंथ में. तो हो गए ना 4 गुणा 4 149.
4 गुणा 4 149.
टाटा प्ले बिंज सब्सक्राइब नाउ.
Five final questions which will determine who goes to the national semi-final. You have the liberty to stop me in this round with your speed of answering. This round, of course, is like BB Now. It's absolutely quick and fast, like them. You got to decide how quick you want to be and stop me from reading the question further. If you get it wrong, I continue reading the question for the benefit of the other 5. The scoring remains the same, plus 20, minus 20. As we start with the first one, hands on the buzzer, listen to me carefully. The Mubadala Investment Company operates as one of the many sovereign wealth funds that you would find in this world. It's one of the most widely spread funds for a region which is believed to actually narrow cast its investments. The Mubadala Investment Company.
Is it Saudi Arabia?
Minus 20. The United Arab Emirates. He's got that absolutely right. The Emirate, he gets a 20. Oh, The battle's really getting tight. I missed him on the previous scorecard, so he gets to 60. So I think he's now on par with Theo. I'll come to the scores after the next couple of questions. I think it's getting complicated here. Question number 2. After disputes between students and the town folk of Oxford, way back in the year 1209, some of the academics had to actually flee the place. So they fled in the northeast direction and did not know what to do, and therefore started something. What started because of a dispute between students and town folk at Oxford?
I'm guessing the Oxford University.
Minus 20. Fled from Oxford.
Fled from Oxford, so Cambridge started.
Oh, put your hands together for her. What a beautiful story. The origin of an institution. Well, 3 questions to go. You can stop me anywhere and ask me for your scores if you want it. I will permit you that because it's too close for comfort. 3 questions to go. Here's the next one. I was a management professor at MIT Sloan School of Management and president of Antioch College from 1948 to 1954. I also taught in history at the Indian Institute of Management at Calcutta. I am extremely popular for theories that I have created. Who is this great management professor who taught at the Indian Institute of Management in Kolkata or Calcutta, went on to become a professor at MIT Sloan School of Management? History. Douglas MacGregor was a professor at IIM Calcutta? Absolutely right. Believe it or not kind of a question. Douglas MacGregor actually taught at IMC. Scores on scale? Yes, please. I think they'll need it with 2 to go. Oh. This is absolute nervousness here on that scorecard as everyone's binging on the Tata Play binge buzzer. Look at that scorecard on our binge board. On 60 is Ashwin. On 60 is Theo. On 60 is Samyukta. She's powered there by that courageous answer on the University of Cambridge. So 3 of them clearly battling for that top spot. 2 questions to go. The penultimate question. In olden days, there was a job titled the Journeyman. What did it mean? It comes from a word, journey, for journey, which meant every day. In the modern world, we call it by a slightly different term, but in the olden days, it was called journeyman.
Journalist?
Journalist, no. That's a knocker man. Yeah, so anyone else? Well, it's actually a person who completes an apprenticeship. The closest one would be, a daily wages worker in that sense. But you get paid daily, so you're actually called a journeyman, which means you make a journey every day to earn something and you go back. So therefore, he was called a journeyman. The people who are otherwise employed for longer stints actually stayed over, so they didn't make the journey and were therefore not called the journeymen. Tough questions at Tata Crucible as we come to the final one, which will determine who moves to Mumbai. Final question. Hands on the buzzer. Here we go. In the 1890s, this brand got its name after a bird, Turdus migratorus. Turdus migratus. Essentially, in the olden days, the brand was used to ensure stiff collars. Later, became a brand which helped to create more sparkling white.
I'll go with penguin.
Penguin.
Yes. Migration.
We'll give you a -20. A second attempt could make all the difference. You got table 1 and table 2. It's a brand named after a bird. The actual term, Turdus migratoris. The brand became popular in the early days for ensuring stiff collars, later for greater whitening. Robin. Robin Blue, Robin the whitening. Theo Thomas,
Come on.
will make the journey. Oh, what a moment here at Crucible. Superbly played. It takes him into the national semi-final. Put your hands together. We'll take a look at that final scorecard. Well, ladies and gentlemen, whichever way that scorecard looks, and even before we look at it, there you are. Finishing winner is Theo from Ernst & Young. He'll move into the national semi-final. That reaction was pretty much like a school kid, and that's what Tata Crucible does. Age doesn't matter. The emotion is very much still the same. Finishing runner-up for his calm and high-quality answers, Ashwin Kumar from Fubo. Put your hands together for him. He finishes with 60. You finished third with answers like that. Hard luck for Samyukta. She took her negatives. She'll go back and look at that quiz and say, had I not taken those negatives, this evening was mine. And she's got a long history with those negatives. That's all right. She'll smile about it. She'll think back even at a national final, where on a final question, well, it was the buzzer that hasn't been her closest friend. But ladies and gentlemen, a remarkable Karnataka final. Can we have a round of applause for all 6 of them?